Minerals. What is a mineral? A mineral is a naturally occurring solid that can form by inorganic processes and has a crystal structure and definite chemical composition. What are mineral characteristics? Naturally occurring. All minerals are substances that form by natural processes. Gypsum forms naturally from chemical elements that precipitate from water. Solid. A mineral is always a solid, which means it has a definite volume and shape. Gypsum is solid. Forms by inorganic processes. They can form from materials that were not a part of living things. Some minerals, such as calcite, form from both inorganic and organic processes. Gypsum forms naturally as sulfate-rich solutions evaporate. Crystal structure. The particles of a mineral line up in a pattern that repeats over and over again. The repeating pattern of a mineral's particles forms a solid called a crystal. The gypsum in the image has a crystal structure. Definite chemical composition. The particles of a mineral line up in a pattern that repeats over and over again. The repeating pattern of a mineral's particles forms a solid called a crystal. A mineral has a definite chemical composition. Gypsum always contains calcium, oxygen, sulfur, and hydrogen in set proportions. Mineral properties. Geologists have identified and named more than 5,000 minerals, though only about 20 make up most of the rocks of Earth's crust. Each mineral has characteristic properties that are used to identify and describe it. Streak. The streak of a mineral is the color of its powder. Although the color of a mineral can vary, its streak does not. Luster. Luster is the term that describes how light reflects from a mineral's surface. Terms used to describe luster include metallic, glassy, earthy, silky, waxy, and pearly. Color. Minerals come in many colors. Only a few minerals have their own characteristic color. Density. Each mineral has a characteristic density or mass in a given volume. To calculate a mineral's density, use this formula. Cleavage and fracture. A mineral that splits easily along flat surfaces has the property called cleavage. Fracture describes how a mineral looks when it breaks apart in an irregular way. Cleavage and fracture depend on how the atoms in its crystals are arranged. Crystal structure. All the crystals of a mineral have the same crystal structure. Geologists classify crystals by the number of faces, or sides, on the crystal. Hardness. The Mohs hardness scale is used to rank the hardness of minerals from 1 being the softest to 10 being the hardest. A mineral can scratch any mineral softer than itself.